Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everyone. Welcome to the Saturday stream. It may appear as if I'm by myself, but today I am joined in, how does Alex say it? Voice, mind, and spirit by the one and only Joseph, the Vision EX. Joseph?
Good morning to you, Lucas. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Little surprised to be hosting again. Oh, wait.
People are hype.
Okay, never mind. I thought I didn't have the audio on again. So, but no, it seems like it's going out to everybody. Can y'all hear me okay out there?
You're a champ.
Okay.
I can see people saying, Joseph, that means that they can hear you.
Perfect.
Having a great time.
Okay,
Arctic Shock 1 says I came for the clickbait title.
What was the clickbait title? I need to know now.
The clickbait title says it's a Wacky Wild Lucas Day. True.
Yeah, apparently it is. Joe's not feeling too hot, so I guess you guys get me today. Sorry about that.
I'm doing all right, actually. I'm just about
like an angel.
30 minutes. I hope so. Wow, that was very nice of you. Lucas is so nice. Chat's saying I'm talking from under the bed. No, about 30 minutes before the show, I was literally sneezing 4-5 straight minutes with like 5 to 15 second intervals between the sneezes, just chilling. But you know, I didn't want to like have to stop the show midway, Lucas, and be sneezing all over you. You know what I mean? Like, be like, excuse me, I'll be right back off camera. I'm dying.
I appreciate that. I can definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the last couple of streams that I've done have been real learning experiences for me, because you never really know what's going on the other side of the fence. You feel like, I always felt like, you know, what you and me and Conrad and you are very similar, but now I realize how different it actually is, because streaming while playing games, while hosting, there's so many different things going on. It's an insanely unique skill set, and I'm just more and more impressed by what you and Alex and Conrad do every day. Every day.
Yeah, it's also fun when you really get into, like, you're trying to actively play, and then as you are playing, somebody's going, Lucas over on youtube.com, Giovanni asks, you know, and now Lucas's brain is like, but I'm trying a video game right now, and I'm going to fall off a cliff. And
I'm trying to game. Why you don't want me to game?
It's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah. And also, another thing is not having your face on screen and still having a conversation with you.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's wild,
is it
man.
Weird?
This is
interesting.
This is living in the future right here.
You know, Lucas, this is called a phone call.
I know. But I can see my own face right now, so that's why it's like, I feel like if I
just look yourself in the eyes, you know.
I don't like it. I was staring back at me, and there was some evil in there. I'm not about it. Okay, so I guess we're playing games today. And
playing a video game, yeah.
I'm going to be playing the game with you, and today we're starting out with GMAE Game Jam entry, the Carnival. This is by our friend King of Crypto, and I'm not gonna lie, I saw some pictures for this one on Twitter, and I was really excited for somebody to play this game today. Or in the coming days. I just had no idea it was gonna be me, so I feeling pretty lucky right about now. Is King by any chance in the chat?
I don't see them yet, but I will play this later when I know they know, because they know we're playing soon. TM.
Oh, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna message him right now.
There we go. Username Bruce Wayne over on youtube.com says, I just bought my first piece of land. Congratulations to you. Can't wait to see what you build on it.
That's the thing, like, these individual plots of, I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were talking about building an experience, and one of the things they said to me was, you know, like, well, how many plots of land do you think I'm going to need to build this experience? And I just kind of gave him a confused look, and I was like, I guess I just don't understand the question. And he was like, well, one plot of land is just so tiny. Like, is it going to be enough for me to do what I need to do? And I just I didn't laugh at him, but more with him in the situation, because I realized what he was asking. And I just told him, I was like, partner, the amount of space on a 1x1 is so grand. So I'm pulling up the stats right now. So reference, on a 1x1 side, each 1x1 is 128 blocks high by 96 blocks wide by 96 blocks deep. And for reference, 2 blocks are 2 meters, so the average avatar is 1.8 meters tall. So that gives you an idea of how big it is. It's like I've seen some incredible games put together on a 1x1, some incredible experiences put together on a 1x1. All they needed to do was think creatively, and once they had that like think outside the box mentality down, they crushed it. Like a really good example was Touche's first game, his Fungi Kingdom game. It was like playing Legend of Zelda, but in the sandbox on mushrooms, or with mushrooms, I should say. I'm sorry. And yeah, it was just such a compelling game, and there was so much to it. It was on a single 1x1 plot. So
yeah, there's it's wild to think about the high detail that you can put into those spaces in such a small area, plus the the complexity of a space in that space, because the 1x1s, you think about some other platforms that may be metaverses, and you're like, oh well, that's it's a small little space. But when you actually get into it and you see, I was playing on a space yesterday that was pretty open as a 2x2, right? But just by default in my brain, I was like, oh yeah, this must be a 1x1 because they're so big, like natively, right?
yeah,
Pretty
it's
good.
kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy what can be done. So as I basically told them to put that thought to bed, and I was just like, no, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna do everything you want and more on this, and they're excited. So it
Yeah.
was a good conversation.
Yeah.
It was fun. Okay, so quest number 1: take a look at the town. Go to the Sand Fam Studios and speak to the desk clerk. Oh, there's our friends Vpire and the lovely PandaPops. Hello, please head up the stairs. Oh, wait. Is that a duck? Is that a goblin duck?
It's a duck.
Or is that
It's
a
a
zombie
duck.
duck? I don't know. Okay.
Collect 10 ducks.
Oh,
That's
wait,
a
we're
quest.
collecting the 10 ducks.
You're on a duck hunt.
Oh. There we go. I missed that. How did I miss that? I haven't played many first-person games in the sandbox yet. Oh, there's another one. I'm just crushing this. Oh.
I like the environment.
Our friend Julia. Oh.
Oh.
Power's out. Will you turn the generator back on? The show must go on. I mean, I don't know. I wish you would have explained more. Andy with his catchphrase.
Yashik says, thinking outside of the box is hurting my brain. It's causing a lot of pain. My solution was to get multiple lands together.
I mean, that also works if you have the resources to do so.
Yeah.
Some people do.
Looks like we got King of Crypto in the chat now.
There we go. I'm actually a robot wearing human skin. He knows me so well. I mean, what? You are a beautiful human being.
Lukus, if you want a feeling of nostalgia, and or that people do actually take something away from our shows that we do all the time, you should go back and watch the show that we did last night. We played in an experience. I think it was the close of the show. We played an experience that it was relatively simple land. Could have been a little more detailed for the GMAE jam. We gave the feedback then anyway, but the narrative design was entirely built around somebody who clearly watches each and every show from each and every one of our channels, from this group that was to be included in this jam.
It was so crazy. It's funny you'd say that, because my Sunday ritual, one of the things that I do is, when I was a kid, I used to wake up, and on Sunday mornings it was go watch cartoons. And I still kind of like having something along those lines, even, later in life. And one of the things I've taken to doing is Sunday morning, I will watch like the Friday or the Saturday stream, or the Friday stream. Is it Friday stream? One of the streams that came before that night. Okay, generator mechanic. Great, 2 more hands, quick. I need those now. Help me with those generators. Turn them on 1 by 1. It seems like a big deal. Why don't you do it yourself? I mean, I'm not getting paid for this. No time for games. Let's get moving. All right, let's do this. Okay, so it looks like I'm being contracted to do this against my will, but I'm okay with it. We're gonna roll with it.
That's called slavery, sir.
I'm...
Contracted against your will, isn't it?
So, don't know how to feel about this right now, but we're gonna progress the quest, I guess. How do I turn the... Oh, maybe it's... I have to do number 1 first? Oh, here we
The
go.
question comes in over on youtube.com saying, what do y'all think about a digital market that sends physical items to your home? Is that possible on this platform to create?
I mean, I've assumed that at some point somebody's going to do something like that with, 3D printing and whatnot. Am I supposed to turn it back off? Turn them on one by one. But okay. Got number 1. Now I'm trying for number 2, and oh, did I get it? No. It's not clicking.
Maybe there is an order, a method to the madness.
Yeah, talk to him again.
Maybe it's not just straight away going to be possible, or you got to do 1, 3, 5, something like that.
Okay, let's go look around for more of them.
King of Crypto says in the chat, which keep a note, King. If you have to tell us in the chat, that usually means that there is probably a better way to indicate what the next process is. But they say you have to reset the computer with each breaker.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if
okay.
that is the case, then you'll want to have your instructor let people know that you have to reset the...
Was that part of the instructions? Did I miss that?
I don't think it was. If you missed it, I missed it.
Okay. Wait a second. Turn up the music a little bit so people in the chat can actually hear the footfalls. Okay. Okay. Got it. Now I'm cooking with gas.
All right. Bruce Wayne in the chat asking, what does land migration do? Bruce Wayne, if you migrate your land from the Ethereum main network to the Polygon network, when users can publish their user-generated content onto lands, games, and experiences like this one you see on the screen, they will be able to do so for much less money, quite frankly. Currently, to process a transaction on the Ethereum main network takes between $2 and $15, somewhere in that ballpark. But over on Polygon, it's less than a penny to process a transaction. So it is also more ecologically sound to process transactions on the Polygon network. And our goal with the Sandbox game has been, for well over a year, we've been working on this process to move things to Polygon on a permanent basis. So yes, it is a bridge.
I'm really excited for the Polygon transfer because I've been involved in the staking pool for about 2 years now. And when I first got into it, it was on the Ethereum chain. And I had to manage my transactions with that because especially there's a point in time when gas fees were, $50 to $150 just to move something around. And so I would have to wait until the amount of sand that was in there was greater than the amount of sand that it would cost just to make the transaction. And then I had to basically wait until I had at least 3 to 5 times what was in there before I would even think about even pulling it out, not even putting it back in. So yeah, the versatility that comes with being on Polygon versus Ethereum is pretty high. It's pretty amazing.
All right, a question comes in from Ipek Kochek over on youtube.com saying, is it okay to embroider Sandbox themed shirts for personal use? You can always do that for personal use. One thing to keep in mind is with any copyright protected content, if you go outside of personal use at all copyright protected contents are under copyright and or trademarks. So you can't sell them, you can't resell them, you can't make them for your friends, but you can make them for yourself.
Wait, can you make them for your friends if you're giving them to them?
I cannot advise on copyright law.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's
so
a really
you
good
can make
way
it
to
for
answer.
you. I know that for sure.
Gotcha.
All right. Another question comes in from IPEC saying, is Matic and sand price climbing slightly related to the announcement of the Sandbox Alpha Season 3? IPEC, I'm going to go out on a limb and say no, they are not. Because each one of those assets is tradable with the Ethereum asset, and Ethereum popped pretty good today, about 11% last time I checked. So with that in mind, when Ethereum goes up, if you can trade, this is an example, this is not a fact, but if you could trade one Ethereum for one sand, whenever Ethereum goes up, sand goes up with it, like 1-to-1, right? For the most part. The tokens sometimes when you trade and when people are buying sand, if somebody came and bought like 1 million sand right now in just a second, then the sand token would go up like 10% and like very slightly pull up the Ethereum token as well, because the relative proportion of all the tradable pairs is less with sand to ETH versus the other direction. There are a lot of ETH sand trading pairs, but there are a lot of ETH something else trading pairs as well. So yeah, that's a complex answer to a relatively simple question. But another question coming in from Zav Arion over on youtube.com saying, when displaying NFTs in an experience, can animated NFTs be used? If not, will they be supported at some point? So the assets themselves, as I'm assuming you're going to talk about OpenSea sort of displays for NFTs, those like picture frames. And currently, animated assets do not work. However, animated assets will work in the version 0.7.x. Part of that 0.7 update suite is, and I'm going to leave a caveat here. This may not be for NFTs specifically, but I know we're adding in the functionality for video in the 0.7 update suite. So maybe not exactly with 0.7.0, but I think it's 0.7.1 off the top of my head, maybe a little different. But yes, they will be supported at some point. We also have animated GIF or GIF, whatever you like, that will be added in as well. Now, Yashik saying, I've seen some teasers for Playboy bunnies joining the Sandbox, question mark. Can we expect it to be a real 18 plus content? No, you cannot, Yashik. You cannot expect it to be an 18 plus content, because if you didn't already know, about 5 or 10 years ago, I can't remember, it's been a long time, but the Playboy magazine is not 18 plus content anymore. Their website has some of that, but their magazine does not. I don't even know if it's under publication anymore as I'm thinking about it, but the brand is changing. But the content that is there, it is meant to be the mansion, which is known for its raucous parties, but not necessarily nudity. So we'll see how that adventure goes. The Bitfox asking, when Pororo rewards payout? The Pororo Game Jam announcement payout usually happens after a Game Jam happens. That usually happens at the end of the month. Post announcement, not quite sure. But I can try to figure that out for you. I just have to ask a couple of people, who all of which would not be there in office today.
So, wire got flicked. I got electrocuted. I may have passed out. I don't know. But I woke up and now there's a carnival outside and there's goblins everywhere. So I think I ate something funny for lunch.
You're in purgatory. What?
It says literal Easter egg. Oh, I got it. Yeah. Got it, coach. Enjoy the fun. Is this a goblin carnival? Where did the streamers go? Collect the Sakar tickets you receive from the streamers. Go to the vendors and claim your prizes. All while continuing my little duck hunt. Bing bong. Oh, that one was just for Julia.
Bing bong. Is Julia in the chat?
I don't know if she is.
They are.
The Hamburglar.
I appreciate Game Dizzy in the chat saying Jif is peanut butter. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
There is another Easter egg. Okay, I don't know why I'm collecting these right now, but I am, and no one can stop me. I am a force of nature. I'm stealing all the eggs.
I pick Kochek giving me a compliment. Thank you. Very quick to read and answer the questions when you're not playing. Yeah, it's a lot easier when you are the producer. Yeah, you should be doing this. This is where I started with Alex, while Alex would teach you guys some stuff and play some video games. All right. Is there any date for a land sale? There are some tentative dates for land sales, but none have been announced just yet, as we were waiting for that Polygon migration for the land assets. That delayed it, so the next land sale might actually be on Polygon. Can't confirm or deny that at this time, but we may be doing it on the network natively. Bruce Wayne asking, how does renting work? That process is still undergoing development, but at this time, it is a smart contract agreement between you and another user saying that they have access to publishing on your land at a determined price. When can we play online in the Sandbox game? Nissim, you can play online in the Sandbox game right now. We have a limited number of experiences that are open. Just go to sandbox.game, click the play button, download the game client. There are some experiences you can test out right now to see what it's like in the metaverse, but the bulk of experiences will be opening for Alpha Season 3 coming up in summer. This summer, like soon, really soon.
Really soon.
So keep track.
And I don't actually know when, but I just can feel it.
I know when, and I got in trouble for talking about it the other day. So, sort of, because they were like, no, wait, but what if something else needs like work done or what have you, right? So we're trying to have an update to the Game Maker client and the game client issued before the alpha and or concurrently with Alpha Season 3. So hopefully that kind of affects the release date. We want to make sure that the client and the Game Maker client work really well before making that announcement. So these kinds of things have to line up real perfectly. Bad Boy Joseph says Hodel Hill in the chat. No, I am good. I do good. I help you. Right? Validate me.
Are you saying you do good? Are you asking me to validate you? Because I will.
I don't know. Chat. But also you. Thank you, Lukus. You're nice.
Uh-oh.
Valiant NFT asking, is the next land sale KYC only? Maybe. Kind of in line with the same idea.
It's PandaPops.
And
so he took my green alien character and he turned him into a goblin. So it was a pretty solid transition, I think. Look at that. That's amazing.
Oh yeah,
He's got some moves too.
Kind of works, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the dance, dude. Look at the synchronization.
Yeah, that's solid. I got moves. I mean, I knew I had moves. Let's just be honest with each other. Clearly, this body was made for dancing. But
there it is.
Yeah.
He's got skills.
Yeah.
They're multiplying.
It's a car ticket. It says where I gotta go. Where is it? Give it to me. I want it now.
Dizzy in the chat saying, I'm excited about lighting effects.
I am.
Let me go find that tweet. I'm gonna go find that tweet. It's gonna take forever because Sebastian tweets like a million things, but
Gobblinko? Okay. I'm assuming this is like plinko. Get the highest score.
I forgot. Oh yeah, we're gonna be scrolling forever, big dog. This is gonna be great. But I'm gonna find you.
You're doing it.
I'm gonna find the lighting effects images because they were awesome.
Wow, look at this. I don't know how I'm gonna interact with this, but dang it. Out of my way. Rude. Want to stop? No, I don't want to stop Gobblinko.
Oh hey, I just scrolled past a picture of you and Seb in a selfie.
That was one of the highlights, if not the highlight of my NFT NYC trip.
That was a good conversation, wasn't
it? Yeah. still developing it too. So he put us in touch with so many different people. Oh, how do you play?
Cool.
And they've just been everybody from the Sandbox team has just been so helpful. Like I don't know. I feel like there's no reason for them to be. I mean, I know that there is, but the fact that everybody's so just like willing to offer up whatever we need or within reason. I mean, we haven't asked for
Sure.
anything like crazy yet, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been really encouraging. How do you play?
Well, that's good.
This is a game of chance. Balls are
Oh,
randomly
here we go.
on.
Here we
Wait,
go.
oh, dang it!
Here we go.
Come on
Okay,
and fall in
chat.
RNG slots.
Look at
But
this. I finally found it. Back on June 7th, which is like an eternity in Seb tweets. But I'm putting it in the chat over on twitch.tv and youtube.com so you guys can take a look if you want to see what the lighting effects situation is in the 0.7 series of updates. Seeing some fog, some ambient light, spotlights. You know, you're seeing it's good because it is optimized, but then at the same time also higher detail. If that tracks, like
no, it
you're
makes
getting a
perfect
lot out
sense.
of this.
Yeah. Okay, so let's comment on Goblinko really quick here for a second. So it's
Okay.
the balls drop,
Yep.
and it states that it's randomized through RNG. So he's got an RNG setup in here that's randomizing the drop of the balls. The posts come in and out at random intervals, and that's how you add up your scores. So it's just like plinko on, I think it was Price is Right, but a lot more disco ball esque, and I just like the fact that there's an RNG aspect that's added into this game. You don't see a lot of that in the sandbox right now because it's really hard to program. So yeah,
Okay,
really
so
cool.
my question here to you, Lucas, is are you manually having to push the button to make these balls drop?
No, that's the thing. I'm not quite sure exactly how I think it's just when you start it. Like you watch for a good moment and then
Yeah.
click go. How do you play? Good luck, and do not forget to share them screenshots of those high scores. But I don't know how you don't get a high score because I think it goes forever. Or does it go until it hits 100 and then it resets? That's what I'm kind of like hanging out here waiting, because every ball that falls
Yeah.
through, I get another point. I'm wondering what happens when it hits 100. Because obviously, the longer I wait,
Yeah. Yeah, if I was producing this, I would probably make far fewer balls be dropped and more than 1 point per ball, like at least 5. Just
yeah,
purely so that
it
it
doesn't take
takes
as
a
long.
little less time because that's, carnival games are usually like a quick 5-10 second thing that you want to do over and over when you fail. But it seems like you're not doing anything here. You're just watching things happen.
Yeah, that's
And it's going on forever. Goblinko's stop has a thing, which is good because you can erase the extra assets. But yeah, it should be something where you're clicking it, watching an object drop, getting a certain number of points. Maybe they ask you want to go again, something like that, and like be like, "Hey, it'll be $5, pal," or something crazy. I don't know. Just spitballing thoughts here, but
no, yeah. Maybe you have some sort of a say in the placement of the initial ball as well.
yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like, if the main object is still moving left to right up top, then you would have a say in the placement when you said like yes, right? Like when it is going to drop. Uh, so yeah, it would feel more like a skill-based play in the same way that carnival games are kind of nonsense, and they'll be like, "Hey, it's skill-based play," and all of the oh, are you
Oh,
trying to break this game right now?
a little bit, yeah. I'm just seeing
Yeah,
what's going on. Oh,
it's looking good.
yeah. I'm under the Goblinko thing. Oh, I'm wondering if I can get on these platforms. Oh, hey Joe, I think I'm on one of the platforms.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, this is great.
I'm falling.
He
I'm
broke it.
falling.
He's breaking your game.
Oh wait, no, no, I'm out of it. I'm in a tree now. And I'm up top.
I like it.
Now I'm dancing. You can't see it, but I
You
am.
can't see that you're dancing, but he's doing a dance.
Okay, now I'm back on the hunt for ducks and tickets. Oh, ticket. Okay. Rick. Any other questions in the chat that we could take?
Okay, Half Dork is saying, is it possible to fail this game? Is it on a timer?
Doesn't look like it's on any sort of timer.
No, it's not. And the fact that you could dance makes me think that it's created as a social hub. Is that right?
I don't think so, because I know, actually no, when I'm doing like screenshots in the game all the time, even if it's a one-on-one game, like for what is it? The Dungeon of Dummies, I would often go in here and, say hi or say happy, so you do the happy
Yeah,
dance. So
okay.
that when I took the
Sure,
screenshot, it
sure,
wasn't
sure.
just stationary.
Yeah. It must have been a back-end update.
Okay. You
I
know,
like never try to emote in the game maker client because that didn't work for quite a while. So
oh,
I've
gotcha.
never haven't tried to do that in months.
Yeah, no, I probably just started doing it months ago, so you stopped around the time that I started.
There we go. Croissant 56 says the Sandbox blocked me on Twitter. Is it possible to get unblocked? Uh Croissant. I don't know. Let's see. Uh
I don't know
if you
what
don't
you would have had
mind.
to have done. Yeah.
Yeah, like what did you do that made it so you got I can only put it on my phone. Uh-huh. Do, 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 do.
Hmm? I like
Let
the
me see
fact
if
that
I
these
can
tickets
find a reason.
pop up and down. You have to like
Oh
basically
no.
explore the area that the tickets are contained, and then they pop up out of the ground like they're coming out of one of those dispensers when you're playing games at like Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
How are you? Are you looking through like a database somewhere
For what?
for the why this person got blocked on Twitter?
Blocked accounts. Blocked accounts.
Oh,
You're
have you?
not blocked on the Sandbox. Do do do. Do do do. We only have 2 people who are blocked,
Oh,
and it's not you.
it says it's my
Uh
room.
unless your username is something different.
Yeah, if you change your username, but you're still on the same account, you'll still be blocked.
Cockroach Club? Yeah, this isn't yeah, you're not blocked. Not by the Sandbox official. So maybe you're blocked by something else. Or you had muted words. Let me see. Muted accounts. Do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Hey, are you seeing my screen right now?
I am.
The that little ashtray is an interesting.
Yeah, it's still
Little,
lit. Where's the person? You're gonna
yeah,
start a fire, person.
I feel
What are you
like that's
doing?
very irresponsible. But hey,
You're also not muted. Croissant 56. So I'm not sure.
okay. So still running around, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be doing now. I mean, I know I've got to find the streamers
Oh,
and the
King of
duck hunt.
Crypto says that is your room, Lukus. So
My room?
yeah, your little goblin person room. Yeah.
I mean, it does look a lot like my real room, so I'm slightly concerned now. But hey, we're gonna let that.
Somebody, Maxi Mac in the chat, asking if I'm humming beans because I was humming the Spider-Man theme as I was looking at. No, wait, no, I am not humming beans. Now that said, uh, I was thinking in my head and just trying to get myself away from it. So now it's back. Uh,
What were you
I
thinking?
said, let's see if we can find the reason. And my brain immediately was like, do 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 do. Not a perfect person, Lukus.
I mean, none of us are. That would be a pretty big burden. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're close, but yeah.
Croissant, there was literally nobody with the name Cockroach, like anything that was on the block. There are only 2 people that are blocked by the Sandbox game, period, in the world. So you're good.
Wow, that's a pretty small block list.
Yeah. And in terms of people who are muted, you weren't in that list either, which is only like 25 or 30 people. Game Disney saying, when Marvel? So it's interesting the very short pipeline of people it would take for me to get into a conversation with Disney at this point.
Yeah,
Because
it's kind of crazy.
last week we interviewed the Flicky Gang crew, flickplay.io, on the GMAE show. Maybe it was just Monday, I can't remember. time it doesn't exist for me right now. I feel like I'm doing a million things at once.
You are.
And then days after the minting and our interview, is they got accepted into the Disney Accelerator program, which is wild.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, good for you. Like, yeah, like we're just, I don't know. Their team is doing some stuff. Man.
They really
Congratulations to
are.
them. But
Yeah.
yeah, and they're making, like, they have, what was it? D-Electronics, if they're in the chat, I think they were one of the lucky people to actually get a land out of that minting, and there was like 10
Oh, really?
that got lands. Yeah, like if the character is holding a land in their hand, you can claim one in the sandbox.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Croissant 56, I'm not sure why you can't see the sandbox posts. Maybe it has to do with the limitations from Twitter in your area. I'm not really, I'm not sure at all. Like I said, I just checked the list for blocked peoples. If you were muted, that would mean you could still see it, but you couldn't comment. You're not on the muted list, you're not on the blocked list. So if you can't see the posts, I'm not sure what the reason is. Just seek support on Twitter, probably, for that.
All right. Any idea what to do next? Oh. Nope. Don't need to go to the bathroom.
Sure you don't. Sure you don't.
I mean,
you don't want to get Duke Nukem with it and be like, oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I didn't before, but now I can. Oh wait, it says the card ticket right above me.
Croissant 56, I assure you, I can see the list of people who are blocked by us, and we aren't blocking you. So if you have an issue, it is an issue with Twitter.com, not with us directly.
There we go. Found all the streamers. Now I'm back on my duck hunt again. Found 3 Easter eggs. Still don't know why I'm looking for those.
Steal. Sorry.
What was that from?
Duke Nukem. But
oh,
I cut out the part where he says, "I've got of steel."
Yeah.
Yeah, steel.
I was like, wait a second. Why does that tickle my memory banks? Okay, I don't remember what to do now. And that's not a game issue. That's a me not remembering issue.
Maxi Mac asking, is Tony Hawk in Season 3? Can't confirm any kinds of speculation.
Can't confirm. Won't confirm.
Cannot confirm those sorts of speculations. I can give you vague details of things, not specific in terms of what contents are in Season 3. Essentially, what has been announced is what I can tell you publicly. I got a whole list of them, though. Isn't that weird? Is that weird for you, Lucas?
Is what a whole list? Or is what weird?
Just like knowing exactly when experiences are going to launch, exactly what experiences are going to launch, and then just to be like, yeah, I don't know, can't confirm.
Yeah. I was on Twitter Spaces the other day, and one of the interviewers was asking like projects that we're working on, and I answered with the projects I could work on them. And I prefaced the statement by saying, these are the projects we can talk about, but like I had to literally pause between each one and be like, am I allowed to say this? And then finally, when I got to the end of the very short list, he was like, well, what else are you working on? And I was just like, nothing. Like, I don't want to say we're not working on anything, but at the same time, I'm like, I can't talk about it. I'm sorry. It's exciting and I want to, but no words.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's cool. I like that.
What?
I'm just rereading through the list of things that are coming out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they changed the dates properly. Ho! Dun dun dun. Oh,
Joe's so cruel. Just so you all know,
I'm sorry.
I don't know what he's
I'm
looking
very-
at either, and I don't have any of this information, so I'm in the dark
I'm
with all
very
you
sorry.
guys. It's okay. It's okay. We're not going to hold it against you too much. At this point, though, I am going to say I am a little lost. Not sure what to do next, so I'd say we jump onto the next game.
Okay.
Do you
Um,
want me to continue, or do you have something else in mind?
No, I think the other game. So there was a request in the chat, GMAE Park on page 22. If you check that out, we can give some feedback on that
There you
experience.
go. But overall, this game, I love the aesthetic for it. Some of the mechanics are really cool. I really enjoyed the Goblinko board. I would just like to see that like a little more engaged or a little more involved on our part. Like I know I think I can start it by selecting when it starts, but a little more placement power would have been nice. Aside from that, it's a really cool game. I'm really liking it so far. All right, options. Exit game.
Oh wait. Oh my lord.
What's up? Oh. Did I just exit the game completely? I think I did. Joe, you still there?
Yep. I'm trying to see the number of experiences that are returning.
Okay. Is it a lot?
But
is it a little?
25, 28, 32. 32 returning experiences. And we had announced that we would have 90 plus experiences, meaning that over 2/3 of what we will be playing in the Sandbox Alpha Season 3 will be brand new.
That's a lot of experiences.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Okay, you said page
Now,
14?
It was page 22.
22. I was not even the same
And
number.
it's just called GMAE Park.
Okay. Oh, is this a parkour game?
Chat's making memes right now, but let me tell you something, chat. Game Dizzy says, who's excited for Dracula's Castle? Valiant NFT says Dracula 2. And I can confirm that you have good reason to be excited for Dracula's Castle.
Okay.
Which is returning.
I'm excited for Dracula's Castle. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed Dracula's Castle.
I
liked it. I know that there was some glitches with it. I know that there's some things that went wrong. But I got in it at a point like between the glitches. Like when I played it, it was just perfect for me. So I didn't have to experience that. So without those in play, it was a really fun game. It kind of reminded me of, the old school Castlevania.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I thought it played well. I thought it had a decent narrative experience. There, like you said, there was always going to be some little things. One thing to note, what was really cool about it is they actually fixed, like mid-alpha season 2, they were like actively fixing things. But essentially, first thing to keep in mind is that it is an alpha, right? Which natively means that the experiences may not be complete. That is what an alpha is in the gaming industry. So but on the other side, also, this Dracula's Castle game was so big, and it was created by a single person.
Oh, really?
And then that single person then updated that experience mid-alpha. They were like, I hear you, I'm fixing it now, and instantly started fixing it, right? And then they're taking that, and they've taken more time on that experience since to make it even better, right? So if you guys were playing it and you had issues with it, I encourage you to come check it out in the next season, because it is one of those experiences that you'll see. If you played it in season 2 and you play it again in season 3, you'll see a dramatic change that you're going to really appreciate.
I mean, with the amount of updates that were made available while in season, I didn't know they were updating in season. That's insane.
Oh yeah. Because right away somebody found like an issue where you couldn't get a certain number of quests completed or something on it, right? And so they updated that so that the quest completion could continue or what have you. Because I think when it first launched, it had like 34 quests that were meant to be completed. And then somebody was talking about they had an issue with one quest, so they added an additional quest. And then because they added the additional quest, it like fixed the other issue. So they were able to actually complete 35 out of 34 quests, which was interesting.
That's what
So if
happened
you
to me.
actually,
Yeah.
yeah. So actually playing through Dracula's Castle made it so you had to do like one fewer quest somewhere else if you were playing through that. So, but I think, you know, like I said, there have been some updates, some changes that will make it so that there will be something similar to a save state. Game Dizzy is asking if there is save states. There is not save states, but it is similar to that. You'll see it when you play it, and as soon as you open it, you're gonna go, "Oh, good, okay, I can do this."
I'm
like
excited
instantly.
for that. I'm excited for
Yeah.
that. I think all the gamers in the community are
Yeah.
excited about save points. I mean, I remember back in the day when there were no save points on games, period. You just had to
Yeah.
pause, and you couldn't turn the TV off because if you did, it would change the connection and the system would disconnect. And so you'd have to literally leave it on one channel for however long you wanted to do it.
Good morning, PandaPops in the chat, and I'm with you, Lucas. It was exactly that, right? Like you're playing through Sonic the Hedgehog, and you're like, I've never gotten past stage Act 3, you know, or whatever. Like I can't turn this off now, and like Mom comes in, she's like, "Hey, turn your TV off. Not wasting electricity or something, right?" I don't know. I'm like, so I would just like cover the light with something on the console.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
they don't know it's on, you know. Oh yeah, real sneaky.
I used to turn my TV off and be like, no, I wasn't watching TV. But I had purchased my first TV at an auction, and it was very old even when I purchased it. So when you would turn my TV off, it would glow and like pop for like a good 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how long I've been watching it for. So I'd turn it off, and my room would be completely dark. My mom would pop in and be like, were you watching TV? And I'd be like, nah, I wasn't watching TV. But she'd look at it, and it'd be like still glowing, and she'd be like,
yeah.
Are you, what? Why? Why? You know I can see that you were watching TV. Stop it.
Yep. The residual energy in those CRTs. And I used to, as part of that arcade that I had helped build, or the multiples rather, arcades inherently, a lot of those games have CRT displays in them still. Like if you get like that old Simpsons arcade game or something, it's still gonna have cathode ray tube display. So when you work on those, it's very much like, better not break this, because that like the
There's
energy that's still in it is going to destroy you.
Okay, so ooh, one second. I need to actually close down this other screen because now I'm seeing 2 games at once. There we go. Yeah, that's nuts. One comment real quick here. I know that there's basically like a musical chairs that's going on in this section right here, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do. Welcome to the GMA Park. Explore the park or join the dancing game. Make sure you are in front of a seat when the music stops. So it doesn't give me an option to not say I want to dance, so I kind of feel like I have to. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Like I'm guessing it's musical chairs, so you just need to be in front of a chair when the music stops. But
Yeah, the question is, do you even, like, why not just stay standing in front of a chair?
If I stay standing in front of the chair, then you'll see. I take massive damage when another player comes by me. But do I need to even stay in front of a chair? Can I just stay off to the side and not move? But then it's just a waiting game. And not knowing exactly what to do, and it being a waiting game.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're mostly just like dodging the other players and standing in front of a chair waiting for it to stop.
And game over.
Yeah, you weren't standing in front of a chair. So that's interesting.
Yeah. Now I don't know how to tab back in though. Can't. I'm pushing enter. Again, options.
Uh-oh.
And this
You're
is the first
stuck
time
in
I've
the
ever
camera?
yeah, and this is the first time I've ever broken a game without actually being in the game. But while being in the game.
All right, Dadmore saying, question, will there be KYC to participate in Season 3? I know KYC is coming. Just wonder when I can start the process. I don't have confirmation on that. We're kind of in the same boat here between yourself and me, Dadmore. KYC is something that we want to implement, but we might have it in before the next season. We're targeting to have it in before the next land sale, but the KYC methods need to be fully tested as functional, working well, not just functional at its base, because we want to make sure that of our 2.5 million registered users or somewhere thereabouts, we don't have, 1.2 million complaints about it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That is a fair answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
PandaPops said I felt too privileged. At my nan's, I had my own color TV and video player.
La
Dang,
ti
dude.
da.
Yeah, I remember how old would I have been when Sega was old? Like right before PS1 came out. PlayStation 1 came out in like 96. So I would have been like 9. When I was 9, because my two sisters shared a room, they got a TV.
Oh,
And
wow.
I would go in there to, like a little one, whatever, right? And it was the nature of our house was always like the thing just got passed down to the next person,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So like there was one in the living room, and when that one got upgraded, that one would go into my parents' bedroom, and then when that got upgraded, that thing would go to my sisters, usually, because again they shared a room and I had my own, and then eventually that thing might come to me. But once I was the only nerd and they liked going outside and touching grass for some reason,
Weirdos.
I got to get like the Atari and the Nintendo and then the later Sega and but I don't know if I've told you this story before, Lukus, but my oldest sister, 5 years older than me, got really jealous that she would bring over her boyfriend to, just hang out as you do. But the boyfriend saw that I had a Sega and was playing Gauntlet on it. And he was like, I want to play Gauntlet with your brother. And I was like, yeah, dude, let's go. We'd play some video games, right? Well, she got so mad about it, like, I don't know, a couple of months into their relationship, that she took my Sega and tried to hide it from me. But the way that she hid it, she stuffed it into like a box that would normally hold a radio and broke the AC adapter when she stuffed it in the box. So my dad...
I hurt for you.
Yes. I was like, oh, this is all I do because I'm a stupid nerd, right? Like my hobby is gaming. And so my dad was like feeling real bad about it for me or what have you. And a couple of months go by, right? And, we didn't have a lot of money, right? But the tax returns was a time when it was like, here's a big surplus of funds back to you. In the US, this is a thing. And, so he went out with me and we went to the KB Toys, if you know what this is.
I remember KB.
Yeah.
I do.
And it was like Toys R Us, but smaller or what have you.
Usually in a mall.
Yeah, definitely it was in a mall when we had a strip mall that was functional in our area. So we go into this mall and go to the KB Toys, and I was thinking like I'm gonna get like a Power Rangers action figure, some wild, crazy, cool like that, right? But no, he was like, PlayStation 1 came out a couple of months ago. You want one? And I was like, you're lying, dude. This is crazy. Because it's like $300, right? And like in today's money, that's like buying a PS5 at like $800.
Yeah, if not more.
Yeah. And I was like, what? I'm freaking out. So I get the PlayStation, get a copy of I can't even remember, WrestleMania, I think.
Ooh,
the game.
Nice.
And Metal Gear Solid.
Oh wow.
And
You get the
something.
ground running.
Yeah, Metal Gear. What's a Russian gunship doing? You know, it was great. But yeah, and like a copy of the PlayStation Underground. So I got a demo disc with other games to play. But oh man, I suddenly just had a flow of memories of like all the games that were on PlayStation Underground discs. We got a subscription, so we could constantly have something new to play.
Oh wow.
A couple of months go by, and I was playing with her boyfriend again. Same guy, but we had a copy of like SmackDown, the video game, or something like that. I don't remember when that came out, but you know, those like really low poly wrestling games.
Yeah.
They were much better on N64, I felt, but man, yeah. Just played back and forth forever on that game.
I think it's hysterical that your sister's boyfriend would come over and hang out with you. I love that.
Let's be real, you know, especially back then, like, because the PlayStation 1 had just come out, and it was like, she just really dug her own grave, you know what I mean? Like,
it was that was her fault. It really was.
Yeah, Ape Escape. I'm remembering that now. That was really good. Yeah, and it was crazy.
When the Sega was first coming out, we couldn't afford things like that, and so because the Sega had just come out, all the older systems were super cheap. So my dad brought us to like the local pawn shop and got us an Atari with every game I can imagine. And so I grew up on Atari when everybody else was playing Sega. But that's actually one of the things that got me so excited about the Sandbox when I first got here, was I saw that big Atari plot, and it just brought back, like you said, a flood of memories. And I'm really excited to see what they develop here. So I've got a lot of really fun childhood memories in that place.
Lucas, I'm gonna have a laugh with you really quickly.
Please.
Okay, are you ready? 1 second. I gotta do some setup to make this possible.
Okay. I'm now getting more excited, so you please live up to it.
Okay, that was my impression of the guy from Pole Position. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. I definitely know exactly what you're talking about. And I'm pretty sure nobody else does. That's wonderful. That's between you and me.
Yep.
Did you turn on your other microphone to do that?
I literally, turned on my other mic and covered it with my hands and then mumbled, because that's what it is.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
It was the lowest quality audio I've ever heard in my life, but every time you pass somebody up, it's like, and you're like, what? Charlie Brown's mom?
Exactly.
I have no idea what you just said, but I hope it means I'm winning. Oh, yeah.
I believe at one point he purchased us the E.T. game. I don't know if you've ever played or heard of that.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's legendarily bad.
It's legendary. There was it was so hard to just exist in that game. Like, I don't remember much about it aside from legendarily bad. That's actually, that's spot on perfect. Fairly certain, like, at least it's either an urban myth or it actually happened, but I'm fairly certain they to get rid of those, they just buried them in a forest somewhere.
In the desert, literally in the desert of New Mexico.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, and then they did dig them out. I don't know, about 5, 6, 7 years ago, something like that. I remember when I was in journalism, I wrote the article of they just dug up all the ETs.
And they had to have buried those and been like, you know what? One day we're coming back for these.
We can't even give them away.
It's such a bad idea. I don't want to wait. I have to fight Touche? I don't want to fight Touche. He's so nice. Oh.
You have to fight Touche.
I don't want to do it. I'm not like a pacifist or anything, but I just feel like I shouldn't have to fight my buddy.
I mean, Intellivision, ColecoVision, Panasonic made one, Magnavox. Magnavox had a good name, but I can't remember it off the top of my head.
For their gaming console?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was either. I do remember ColecoVision very well, though.
Yeah, Commodore 64 was very well known. Oh, don't get started on the Atari Lynx. That's a sad story. That's a sad story.
Know much about that.
It was their answer to the Sega CD.
Oh, Sega CD was so cool.
But also failed.
Also failed. Yeah, also it was a failure.
Yeah.
But it was also kind of fun. Like there were some really good games on that one.
You guys, do you know the reason why that Sony's PlayStation exists?
I do not, but I would love to hear it.
Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Nintendo wanted to have their games on a disc as an option because they were higher fidelity, right? Mm-hmm. And so they commissioned Sony to be the person who made the disc player. Sony got it all done, and then Nintendo said, we don't want it. And so Sony was like, well, we already made the tech. Screw it. Let's make a console.
And
so there are very yeah, I mean, yes, Nintendo made Sony essentially.
That's
like literally Sony Pictures and Sony consoles are the only thing holding up the company currently. So I mean, thank you Nintendo for allowing that to continue.
Yeah. That's build it. We don't want it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're still gonna use it. So.
I mean, that's sort of how it goes, though, right? Like, you're like, oh well, we paid for all your R&D, but we decided we don't want it. That's kind of normal, but it's not normal for them to go, oh, this was yours? This is mine now. Like,
that's really cool.
But because it wasn't just this like auxiliary disc player, they were able to kind of get away with it and be like, well, we made the disc player, but if we put it into a whole console, you know? Yeah. And they were making DVD players and stuff, or, well, whatever, VHS players at the time.
So it was a logical step.
Yeah.
Welcome to the famous Ronin Bridge. Oh no. Am I going to get locked on this thing for an indeterminate amount of time? Nope, I'm going to fall. And I'm going to die. Oh, and I'm back. Nice, spawn point.
Wait. Well, I just got that? I'm not even going to highlight it. I'm not even going to highlight it. I understood what you said.
We're having fun.
Chat over on twitch.tv and youtube.com right now. I've put out a form that you can fill out to win a Wizzy the Green's Lucky Hat NFT. This Wizzy the Green's Lucky Hat NFT can be used inside any combat-based experience in the Sandbox Game Metaverse or the Sandbox Game Maker software. Now, these are limited to 200 in quantity ever, and we have less than 25 remaining. So feel free to enter. We'll do one giveaway like this on each one of our live streams on this official channel. So when these run out, Alex has already confirmed that he will be creating the Wizzy the Purple's Lucky Hat. It's not going to be Lucky, though. It's going to be something else on it. Wizzy the Purple's hat as it comes out as the next series of NFTs for you. But yeah, these are, if this is your first time watching, these are fairly popular. I think the cheapest I've seen one resell for is like $100 on OpenSea or something like that. Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that in the distance. Yeah, no, I actually, to give you guys an idea of how rare these things are, I do not have Wizzy's Lucky Hat.
I also don't have one because I can't win when I give them away.
Yeah, there was one time, like back when me and Joe first started doing this together, that I actually won one, but
yeah,
we didn't think that would be fair, and so we re-rolled and somebody else won it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting. I don't know if anybody would want to wear a cursed hat, though, would they? Uncle Grumpy trying to come up with the name of it. Cursed hat.
Wait, so Wizzy's purple hat is cursed? Because Wizzy the purple is my favorite Wizzy so far.
I don't think he's cursed. I
don't
feel like he made his choices.
I think they were very deliberate. There's nothing wrong with being a technomancer.
Yeah.
He's into it. I'm into it.
Jazzwolf says it. Or sometimes if you get excited, you give away an extra one during a stream. I don't know what you're talking about, Jazzwolf.
That has never ever happened.
That's never happening. Except for regularly. I'm gonna close down that form in about 1 more minute.
Oh, Joe, you just exploded.
Oh no! Wait, you're skipping all the text. I can't even read.
Wait.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh, everybody's.
Am I the bad guy?
I don't know if you're a bad guy or if I like collected you. I guess in that instance, I'd be the bad guy.
Are you Ronan?
No.
The collector?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy. This guy.
You got me.
This...
And we're gonna go with a little bit of this.
Purple is a witchy / cursed color to me. I mean, it is kind of cursed-ish, but I don't know. We'll have to see what, because I you give Alex that artistic expression. He is the force behind that. I think PandaPops bringing up a good point. It's a royal color, as well. Mostly because purple was rare in terms of dyes. When are you gonna raffle the Undying hat? I don't know about that. There's only 10 of those in the world, and I'm happy to say that I have one.
I am too. I was actually talking about that the other day on stream. I put it on and Conrad saw it and was, I don't want to say blown away, but he was a little surprised to see that I had one. And I told the story of how you and me woke up one morning with messages from Alex where it was just like, hey, check your wallet. There's a nice little gift in there for you.
I made a promise to myself that I'm not selling that for like I would sell it for 5 ETH because then I could furnish my entire home. But otherwise, no way.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
I have to fight Conrad? This is a very stressful day. Oh, there's a heal. Oh, those are healing things. I should have been hanging out with them a while ago. I guess it's not as stressful as I thought.
Well, yeah, that's there we go. So this is an interesting idea too. Is you do have these healing pillars, and they're healing 5 at a time. There's 384 health. So you gotta you may have to just stand here forever to get healed. So rather than doing a healing pillar, why not do an object that does a singular burst heal? Maybe 50 hit points, 100 hit points, whatever you want to do. Rather because currently, you could get up to full health, but the user isn't going to want to do that. They're not going to want to stand there unless they absolutely must. Oh, hey, it's me doing a murder on you. Come again.
I was hoping to get this
over
with.
I'm huge on the wall. What's going on?
Oh my god. You're huge on the wall and you're super aggro in the game.
Love it. I mean, yeah. Okay, good. It looks like I have the predator trait turned on instead of the enemy trait though, because I don't perpetually want to attack you.
Can you explain the difference?
Sure. So predator, once it does successfully hit the target, may become full. They don't need to eat anymore. And I could be wrong based on the icon that pops up over it, but yeah.
And if it seems like I'm frozen right now, I am, because I am taking a screenshot in front of your beautiful face.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
All right, iPick Kochek asking, when will we have the option to sell our creations? And would we need to have land to have access to gems and catalysts? Sort of, to the second half. The gems and catalysts will be ERC20 tokens, so users will be able to trade them and sell them amongst each other. The option to sell your creations, we are undergoing those steps right now. One note, a checkpoint that we will want to have is that the assets should be on Polygon Network, and the assets are the last thing we have not had a migration for yet.
Oh, hey Joe, look at the screen.
What up? What'd you do? What you do? Ah! It's a big Conrad.
It's Big Conrad.
Hey.
It's Big Conrad. See, now I'm wondering if everybody's in here. Is there a big panda somewhere?
Maybe.
I must know. Where do I go
There's
now?
gonna be a big Lukus.
I mean, there's a big Lucas right here, right now. Oh,
Yeah, that's true. There
Yeah.
is. Technically, too.
see, then I'd have to fight to the death. Yeah, because there can be only one.
Yep.
And you player, then you will beat the Fox Wizards. Fox Wizards are the Obi-Wan Kenobis of TSP. They have the power of making avatars appear and disappear. Fox Wizards have a very particular set of skills. Oof. Sounds like I'm gonna go fight Liam Neeson's 1 GMA girl. Good luck. See you soon. Oh. Flying in style. I'm getting into a dirigible.
There we go. I like this order of operations here. PandaPops is laying out all the specifics here, saying migration of current assets to Polygon. Need that check mark. Then a good reporting system in place for copyright assets. Need that check mark. Gems and catalysts coming out. Need that check mark. Then open to publishing for others. I'd say another check mark with relation to gems and catalysts, staking sand in land to generate those gems and catalysts as well, possibly. Yeah. And then the correction there is opening to publishing for the general public. It's actually minting to the general public at that point. Julia G. Julia in the chat, what up?
Julia!
You just got saved. Lucas killed me to save you seconds ago on this show.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Yeah.
So, really cool aspect that's going on right now. It's really an aspect of the game. So, you flick the switch, and you ride the dirigible, the blimp, the zeppelin, whatever you want to call it, up to this next stage. But I thought I had to get into the actual blimp. I thought I wasn't just gonna sit on that platform. But so it left me. Like it got away, and I was just like, oh, I wanted to ride. But it came back. So it wasn't. I was worried that it was one of those one-time things in the game where I execute, and then I basically have to find a way to reset the game to get back to that point. But the fact that it's this never-ending loop back and forth, that's cool. I like that. It's a good touch. This is Wizzylandia, of course. Oh, and that's Alex I'm talking to, so nice. A place that breathes magic and wisdom. Only a few can enjoy this place. Why? It's expensive to rent here.
Is it?
Well, I mean, it costs everything. Player, I'm losing my patience. You are going to regret your jokes. My army will take care of you. Wizzies, show yourself.
What?
This is my army. Hope you enjoy the last seconds of your experience. You are no match for the Wizzies. Are you sure? Also,
I mean, to be fair, you only have 18 HP, so.
I'm not doing too hot. Maybe I should just let him murk me. Oh, I didn't let him. He just did it. So here's what's gonna happen.
This is too strong. Wizzy's too strong. All right, so I've closed down the forum chat, and over on twitch.tv, answering the question, what year is it with 2022? Username G_is_us is our winner for the Wizard of Green Lucky Hat giveaway on this show. We're going to do another one of these later today when we have the good morning, afternoon, evening show. That is at 3 a.m. UTC. Convert it to your local time.
Okay, so when he said they were too strong for me, he's kind of right.
Yeah, too strong. Oh, he wore the lucky hat. He's like, look, I am one of you. Don't attack me, right? Or undying hat, rather. Yeah.
Hoping there's something in here for me, and there's not.
Stealthy, you know what I mean? It's stealthy.
Yeah. Murk these guys.
Oh, you just beating them up through the wall?
Yeah, if possible. Oh,
sounds like a stealthy thing to do.
I'm trying to survive, you know. save my friends. They're here somewhere. Oh, and there's me. Wait, am I fighting myself? And did I just kill myself? I did.
All right. Caveman Actual asking, in the Game Maker, can you give an entity more than one behavior? Caveman, the way that you might do that, if you need it, you can't give them more than one simultaneously, but you can replace a character with another if you want their trait to change. So use the same asset, have a particular spawn location so that you can make it change its trait, on a trigger event. This thing happens, so it destroys object 1, object 2 appears. Set the animation speed for the kill command on the first one to -2, and then they won't animate the death on that character, so it just pops in really quickly.
You're getting pretty savvy with the back-end mechanics.
Yeah, video games, you know what I mean?
I mean, video games and the Sandbox, while the Sandbox does have games inside of it, there's still a lot of mechanics that go into it, the logic and everything.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
yeah.
it sounds like you're starting to get that down really firm.
They're destroying a wizard of Errata, but he was innocent. Oh wait, he killed you.
Yeah, he murdered me. He murdered me. And I gotta fight the boys. I gotta fight the
Wizard of
boys.
Errata is an honorary Wizzyverse member for sure. Dude. How many do these guys do you have to kill?
There's like 1 million, maybe 1,000,005.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
They're everywhere.
Oh, he's cheating now.
Going up the wrong side of the ladder again.
Heck, oh wait, they'll be aggressive avatars, but some of them aren't aggressive, and you're like, I'm gonna kill them, and you forget about it.
Well, because I think they turn aggressive eventually. Oh, I guess not. No.
No, yeah, I mean, they do if you attack them unjustly, yes.
Whatever do you mean?
Yeah. No, so this is what I was talking about before. When you look at the Wizzy the Green right there, right? He's got a little knife and fork, which implies that he's a predator and he needs to eat. But he punched you once and he's like, oh, that was a good snack, you know? If it wasn't listed as a predator, they could attack you in perpetuity.
I get it now. It says defeat the boys. I'm supposed to go and find the male streamers and kill them. And there I am.
Aggressive avatars, you know? Aggressive avatars.
Up. Okay, now I'm on it.
Whoa, you got a lot of health, Lukus.
I do now because I died.
No, I meant your character, the character Lukus, not you, the avatar. We got like 900 HP. Yeah.
Aggro too. Oh, and he hits like a tank. Really is my avatar.
Yeah, there it is. It's a clone of Lukus now. We know. He's healthy. He works out, you know?
Okay.
Lukus is either a really good nerd or not a very good nerd because he actually exercises. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure how to answer that. Wait, that wasn't a question, so I don't have to answer anything. I don't know how to respond to that. There we go.
There we go. PandaPops says, maybe I shouldn't have made them all legendaries.
Nope, disagree.
I mean, they're legendary, so
agree.
It's nice.
Yeah. What do we do now?
There we go. See, PandaPops. PandaPops giving you street cred.
Yeah.
Comparing you in kind with Superman himself. Saying, I mean, Henry Cavill works out, and he's very nerdy.
Henry Cavill's the best.
Yeah. Was it Superman?
Yeah, he was
Or
Superman.
like Justice League? No, I know that, but there was an interview he recently did, like maybe a year ago now, I guess, where he said that he almost missed his like audition for the Superman role because he was playing World of Warcraft.
Would not surprise me.
Yeah.
He did a live stream a few months back where he built his own PC, but it was like it was like water cooled, and it was like it was very involved process, and he did it from step 1 to finality, and it was like a 36-hour stream or something, or I don't know if it was that long. It was less than a day, maybe, I don't know, but it was a really long stream.
Yeah, no, I remember it being a long stream, but yeah, like certainly relative to somebody who knows what they're doing. But yeah, it was cool because he was just like, I've never done it, I'm just gonna do it. You know, we'll see what happens, right? And
Yeah.
it turned on. That's the hard part.
Oh, found Sebastian.
Have you ever built your own PC, Lukus?
I have. Not the one that I'm on right now, but the last computer I had before this one.
Yeah.
It built it all myself. It was with advice and help from a friend, but we did it all together. So, yes and no.
Wait! This text has me wilded right now. I'm Sebastian, CEO of TSP. Technically, he's the COO, but whatever. Your help was fundamental for the migration process. Thanks for killing all my staff. The migration must continue.
And then there's more. And now, well, now I want you to play this Alpha Season 3. Have fun, enjoy, bring your friends, and have a good time. Goodbye. So, he's giving you an Alpha Season 3 pass for murdering his staff? I mean, makes sense.
That's a bad idea. That's not how that would work, chat. It doesn't work like that.
I don't think it does, because I think Alex would probably be the one that would send you the pass. So if he's dead, how's he gonna do that? Well, Joe.
Yes, sir.
I think it's have you given out that you've given out the hat? You already announced the winner, correct?
We did.
Well, why don't we played 2 games? Let's wrap it up for the day.
All right, that sounds good. It is 12:38 p.m. our local time, meaning that we have been running for the duration of the show. In chat, it has been a great time hanging out with you. Lukus, do we want to attempt to raid somebody who is streaming the Sandbox game right now?
That would be wonderful. Give me 1 second. I gotta pull up restream chat. Let's see who's on. Anybody have any suggestions for someone that's on Twitch right now?
It looks like the only person streaming on twitch.tv right now is Andy Ritchie, 251 viewers. So we are going to raid Andy Ritchie, and I'll get that set up for you, Lukus, so you don't even have to worry about it.
Thanks,
/
man.
raid Andy Ritchie. So if you're watching over on YouTube, DLive, Theta, Facebook, Twitter.com / the Sandbox Game, and you want to keep it going, go to twitch.tv /ANDYRICHY. We're starting that raid right now. Lukus,
Yes, my
thank
friend.
you for hosting. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to go probably
fun.
take a Benadryl and die until the next stream, because chat can probably hear my nose is all congested. And
You
it's
sounded
wild.
like an angel. Nobody will say
appreciate you.
anything otherwise.
You're too nice.
Nope. Just speak the truth. All right. Well, this raid's gonna kick in here in a second, I'm assuming.
It'll kick in as soon as you kick us out. When you say, hey, I'm all good, ready to go. When you give us that nice host wrap up, I'll click the raid button, sir.
Everybody that's here today, thank you for joining us. Joe, it's been an absolute pleasure. Why don't we hit that raid on?
All right. See you guys in the next one.
Bye, everyone.
Boop. Boop goop.